my name's MaKayla Watkins and I'm an upcoming freshman at Central High School. I want to talk to y'all today about waiting on God. In John 11, there's a story about when Lazarus was really sick and Mary and Martha called for Jesus to come heal him, but Jesus never shows up. So Lazarus ends up dying, and then when Mary and Martha find Jesus 4 days later, they ask him where he had been all this time. They say that if he had shown up for them, then their brother wouldn't have died. And Jesus says, your brother will rise again. And Jesus weeps with Mary and Martha about Lazarus' death, and still deeply moved, he goes to the tomb to see Lazarus, but Martha says, by now there is a bad odor because Jesus has been in there for 4 days. And then Jesus says, did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? And so they took away the stone, and Jesus looked up and prayed to his Father, and then he called for Lazarus to come out. And then the dead man came out, and Jesus said to them, take off the grave clothes and let him go. So because Mary and Martha had to wait, they got to see Jesus raise Lazarus from the dead and the glory of God revealed. In my devotion, there's a story about a girl who, going to college, she had the perfect image of a friend group, and she waited and waited for those friends to come. She said that during her first 2 years of school, she was chasing after God harder than she ever had before. And she kept holding to the promise she made in her head that if she chased after God, he would give her the perfect group of girls to pursue him with. She said that she continued to wait and hung out with a lot of random girls, but left feeling empty every time and still hadn't found the friends she was waiting for. She said finally she gave up and was so frustrated with God, asking him why he hadn't shown up for her the way that she thought he would, and just felt like God forgot about her. She said that God met her with grace because he knew that she couldn't see what he'd been up to all along, and that Jesus showed her what he had been working on and opened her eyes to the beauty of friendships that were just ahead of her. And slowly but surely those friendships came for her, and that they looked absolutely nothing like she'd expected. She realized that in her impatience, God had been planting seeds that would grow into amazing friendships. So in our waiting, God's preparing us for what he's prepared for us. She wanted instant gratification served with immediate friends as soon as she got to college. But in asking her to wait longer, God gave her relationships that she believes will satisfy her heart for years and years to come. So when we go through a season of waiting, it'll be much more fulfilling to get what we're waiting for than if we are given that instant, because we have that built faith and we waited for it. She said that she's so thankful for her waiting season because she now sees how it prepared her heart for what God had in mind. And waiting on God will never be easy, but we can trust that his ways are always better, and that he knows our heart's desire better than anyone. So when we get to the other side, we will see that the way of Jesus is always 1,000% worth it.